Hi Leo, this is your monthly Vedic Astrology forecast for December 2014, and just a quick reminder, Vedic Astrology uses the moon sign as a reference point as opposed to the sun sign which Western astrology uses. So if you're not sure where your moon sign is placed in Vedic Astrology, just go to my website and there you can generate your free Vedic birth chart. The sun, which rules your sign Leo, he's going to be placed in your 4th house of Scorpio from the beginning of the month through the 15th of December, and at the same time he's going to be in the 18th nakshatra, which is Jesta. Now, being in your 4th house, you're going to have that desire to shine at home or to bring some light to your home environment, to bring some energy, to bring some vitality. You might have some desire to do some home improvements or things of that sort that have to do with your house. You're going to bring some extra vitality to your happiness, to your some enthusiasm to your emotional life as well. Now, Sun is going to be aspecting your 10th house, which is work and career, so that he's also going to be throwing that positive energy, that positive light to your 10th house of career. Now, the nakshatra of Jesta, the Shakti or the power of this nakshatra is to conquer, to overcome, and certain qualities related to this nakshatra are leadership ability, authority, things like that. These are things that are represented by the sun itself. So being placed in this nakshatra, aspecting your 10th house of work and career, this is going to be a good time to shine at work, to show your leadership abilities, to bring that extra enthusiasm to conquer. Okay, so all this energy, all this stuff is going to be happening through the first half of the month of December. The sun's going to be in your 5th house in the sign of Sagittarius from the 15th of the month through the end of the month of December, and he's going to be sitting in the nakshatra of Mula. This is the 19th nakshatra. The meaning of it is the root, and the Shakti is the power to damage or destroy. So being placed in your 5th house, the sun's going to bring this sense of self-expression. You're going to have a desire to express yourself to the world, either through creativity, through art, through dance, through music, through drama, through creative writing, things of that nature, or through devotion, because the 5th house also has to do with mantras, with spiritual techniques, with devotion. So you're going to find self-expression during the second half of the month. And there may also be some romantic energy happening because the 5th house has to do with romance, with infatuation, with love. This is going to be a good time to awaken this romantic energy with your spouse, with your partner, or through a new person that you might meet during the second half of the month. Being in the nakshatra of Mula, though, there is going to be a sense of getting to the root of the matter, getting to the root of why you are experiencing certain events in your life. It could also have to do with getting to the root of the matter of your creativity, getting to the root of things, expressing yourself in a creative way, but from the most innermost part of yourself. It's not going to be a superficial thing anymore. There's going to be a deep inner sense coming out, expressing itself, the root of things. And then also, since the Shakti is the power to damage or destroy, this could take the form of uprooting things that are negative in your life that you don't need in your life anymore and destroying them. Uprooting certain qualities in yourself as well that may be hindering you, that may be hindering your self-expression, that may be hindering your ability to express your romantic emotions to your partner. So there may also be this quality of getting to the root of the matter and uprooting, damaging, destroying those negative qualities and getting rid of them. Mercury is going to be transiting along with the sun during the same period. Mercury is going to be in your 4th house of Scorpio until December 13th in the nakshatra of Jesta, and he's going to be transiting along with the sun. After the 13th, he's going to be moving into your 5th house, which is Sagittarius, in the nakshatra of Mula. So all this stuff that's going to be going on with the sun is going to be supported by Mercury as well. It's going to be activating along with Mercury. Now, in your case, Mercury is ruler of the 2nd house, which is money, which is the income, which is your sustenance. The 11th house is ruled also by Mercury, and the 11th house has to do with gains, financial gains, as well as networking and your strongest ambitions, your strongest desires, things you want to accomplish in the world. And the 11th house is also friends. So with Mercury moving into the 5th house, into the nakshatra of Mula during the 2nd half of the month, there's going to be a sense of getting to the root of the matter in regards to maybe certain things that may come up with friends, with your social network, or getting to the root of the matter where it comes to finances. You know, since it has to do with the power to destroy, there may be a destructive attitude where it comes to your negative habits regarding finances. You know, destroying that negative habit of you know, spending unwisely, things of that nature. Venus is going to be sitting in your 5th house right from the 5th of December through the 29th. So Venus will be in your 5th house in Sagittarius throughout most of the month of December. And Venus rules your 3rd house, which has to do with younger siblings. 3rd house has to do with courage, with your daily desires, and it also has to do with communications. And Venus ruling your 10th house, the 10th house is your work, your career. So there's stuff coming up in regards to your work and your career becoming activated in a positive sense, because your 10th lord of career moving into your 5th house, which is a Dharma house, it's a good luck house. There's going to definitely be some positive energy happening in regards to your work, to your career, in regards to your communications and younger siblings as well. Things, you know, some positive vibe going on there. Well, at the same time, there's also going to be this energy of the nakshatra of Mula expressing itself as well. Now, Venus is going to be sitting in the nakshatra of Mula from the 5th of December, when it enters the sign of Sagittarius, until the 16th of December. So it's going to be in the sign of Mula throughout the 1st half of the month. So throughout the 1st half of the month, you're going to be experiencing this quality of Mula, of uprooting things, of getting to the root of the matter, or destroying things that may not be relevant in your life anymore in regards to the qualities of Venus. So this could either take the form of relationships, because Venus generally signifies relationships, or it could take the form of something regarding your younger sibling, or work, something regarding your work environment. Anything that has to do with, you know, a boss of yours or something, or it could also have to do with getting to the root of the matter in communications. Venus is going to be moving into the nakshatra of Purvashada, which is the 20th nakshatra, on the 16th of December. And the Purvashada, the meaning of it is the former undefeated, and the Shakti is the power to invigorate or energize. There's going to be an extra dose of invigoration in regards to qualities of Venus during the 2nd half of the month. There's going to be energizing, invigorating your romance, your relationships, your career, because Venus rules the career aspect of it. All this is going to be happening at the same time that you have 3 planets sitting in your 5th house, Sun, Mercury, and Venus, which in your case are positive planets, you know, benefic planets that rule, for the most part, lucky or good houses for you. You're going to have these 3 planets sitting in the 5th house aspecting the 11th. There's going to be a lot of financial good luck happening in terms of finances. This is all creating a powerful Dana yoga, which has to do with wealth, with finances, earning ability, easy gains. All this is happening for you throughout pretty much the second half of the month. After, you know, Mercury enters into the sign of Sagittarius, after the Sun enters Sagittarius, all in your 5th house, this beautiful, beautiful Dana yoga of wealth. So, and then with Venus sitting in the nakshatra of Purva Ashada, energizing this quality, bringing that energy to the other planets. All 3 planets aspecting your 11th house, which has to do with easy gains, because the 2nd house, the 5th house, and the 11th house, they all have to do with gains, with earning potential. All this is happening in your 5th house. So Leo, this is a great time, the 2nd half of the month especially, a great time in terms of finances for you, and it seems to be perfect timing because, you know, Christmas is going to be coming around, so it's going to be a good time to, you know, get those extra bonuses. Now Mars is going to be sitting in the sign of Capricorn in your 6th house throughout the whole month of December. And Mars is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. The sign of Capricorn brings out the best of Mars. And what does Mars represent? Mars represents ambitious energy, fighting energy, success, quick success, desires, you know, all those things, competition, athletic ability. So with Mars sitting in your 6th house, throughout the whole of the month of December, you're going to have the edge in competition. You're going to, you know, you're going to have the edge where it comes to enemies at work or competitors in the work environment, because the 6th house has to do with work, or just against yourself, competing against yourself, against your own, you know, your own goals, your own, however high you set your own bar, and competing against that. You're going to have this extra dose of ambitious energy supporting you and giving you success. This is going to be more prevalent the beginning of the month, because between the beginning of the month, Mars is going to be sitting in the nakshatra of Uttara Ashada, and this is the 21st nakshatra. And the meaning of it is the latter undefeated, whereas Purva Ashada means the former undefeated, Uttara Ashada means the latter undefeated. And the Shakti is the power to give unstoppable victory. So you know, you have Mars sitting in your 6th house of competition, of hard work, exalted, giving you the edge in competition, in ambitious energy, and then at the same time sitting in the nakshatra that means unstoppable victory, the Shakti of it. And so especially if you want to get anything done, if you want to, you know, the best time to start this is the beginning of the month. It's going to be giving you that extra boost, that extra energy from Mars. Now Mars is going to be moving into the nakshatra of Shravana, and this is the 22nd nakshatra, and the meaning of it is the ear, and the Shakti is the power to connect. So Mars is still going to be sitting in your 6th house, you know, giving you all this energy, ambitious energy, competitive energy. But now, since Mars is going to be sitting in the nakshatra of Shravana after the 9th of the month, now the focus is not going to be on unstoppable victory, even though that's going to be there throughout all of the month of December. But now it's not going to be on unstoppable victory. Now there's going to be more of an introspection with Shravana, because Shravana will bring the quality of the power to connect, the power to connect with others. It means the ear. So now you'll give a lending ear to your opponent. You'll be able to connect with your opponent now in a different way by looking at your opponent's point of view and by connecting with that. And by connecting with your opponent's point of view, that's going to give you the edge, because now you'll be able to see the bigger picture. You'll be able to see your point of view, you'll be able to connect with your opponent's point of view, and you're going to be able to draw the positive qualities of the opponent's point of view and implement them into your strategy. So there's going to be more of an introspection. It's not going to be blind force anymore, like the way it is the beginning of the month when Mars is in the previous nakshatra of Uttara Ashada. But now being in Shravana, the introspection is going to give you a quality to connect with your opponent and to overcome your opponent by connecting with them. So that's going to play its role as well. Well, Leo, that was your monthly forecast for December 2014. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for additional forecasts.